You know what happens at max speed? Yeah, it just gets really tight circles. Okay, so this is really the best speed there. And then of course, if we let go of the 2, we're gonna hit the 2 button, and there goes the trade. What's up, guys? My name is Khan, and we're back today in Scrap Mechanic, and we're back playing around, of course, once again with one of my favorite mods, and that is, of course, Mini's mod, which adds all these fantastic anti-gravity parts and sort of other parts. And in fact, this video sort of came out because we were looking at the Skybase platform. So I know a lot of people were complaining that the Skybase platform was crashing your game when it was loading, and that was actually a real thing that was happening to me as well. So if we took the Skybase right here, and if we would spawn it in on any world, it would actually completely crash the world. And you can see it doesn't do that anymore, and we could take it off the lift, and it doesn't as well. So that was an issue, partly because I had the anti-gravity blocks activated right away, and because the anti-gravity was activated right away, it was causing issues. As soon as you would spawn it, it would try and calculate some script, and it would cause an error. So Mini, being the awesome guy that he is, went and fixed that. So now the Skybase works. I did remove it from the workshop for the time being because it was just a lot of people complaining about it crashing their game, but I will be uploading a new version of it. Definitely gonna make some improvements to it, do a few changes to it, and play around with that. But in talking to Mini, he actually pointed out a few other blocks that were in his mod, and I thought we really had to play around with some of these. And mainly he added a couple blocks recently, one of which being this Manipulator Block, which is kind of awesome. We're gonna look at that. He's also got a Hover Blade block, which is kind of cool. It allows you to make hovercraft. Haven't really looked at that yet, but definitely should look at that at some point in time. And then he's also got a Freeze block, which just, you know, holds the creation exactly wherever you want it to be as soon as you activate that block. So again, really cool stuff. Today we're gonna look at really the Manipulator Block and the Tractor Beam block, and just look at a few different things we can do with it. So we got a little demo here. So basically, this is your Manipulator Block. We can turn it on, we can turn it off, right? And it doesn't really do much. I mean, it basically just holds an object in place. So if we take an object here, like this wall, and hopefully that's centered so it'll stay balanced. Yeah, perfect. And we manipulate it. You can see it now holds it in place, right? We can remove the stand for it. We can take out our hammer here, and you know, it's still, right? It's still being held in place. So it's really just a really cool block. So of course, you know, we can do, there we go. See, look at that. It's amazing. It's like you're an anti-gravity block. So of course I thought, well, there's gotta be some cool things we can do with this. And of course there is cool things we can do with this, especially when we pair this with tractor beams. So if we take, you know, this giant cement block here, nothing to it, just, you know, a simple cement block, and we put it in front of this assembly here. Now this is 2 tractor beams, one set to attract, one set to repel, and then of course a manipulator block in the middle, which holds it in place. So the tractor beams and the manipulator block kind of do the same thing. The tractor beams will push or pull, and the manipulator block just kind of is like a hold. So for example, we turn on the manipulator block, which is this bottom one, and you can see we're into a sort of holding position. Again, with the manipulator block, we can, you know, hit it. And each one of these blocks does have to have its own line of sight. So you can't put a block in front of it. If we do that, it would completely prevent it from working. So if we turn this off, for example, put a block here, and you can see it won't work at all, right? So it does need line of sight, kind of like a sensor, but pretty much simple stuff there. So we can do that. And then of course we have these 2 buttons here. So one's for attract and one's for repel. And these logic gates are really simple. All they're doing is saying if you have one switch on, you can't, you know, turn off, you have to turn off the manipulator. You don't want to use a manipulator while you're using a tractor beam because they'll kind of, you know, fight each other. So you just, this one basically just says, we know when you have the one tractor beam activated, turned off the manipulator, and then you can see it turns it back on. So we can actually push that away, hold it in position, and we can bring it back here and then hold it in position. It just kind of, you know, wobble a little bit. It's not that big a deal. But again, we can just, you know, move it, and we can smack it while it's moving, and it kind of just, you know, does some weird, it's like almost like air hockey. So you can see we're actually holding this, you know, at a distance from the block, and we could do all sorts of crazy stuff. So definitely gonna have to, again, work on some other projects like the UFO project. I know a lot of people have been saying, why haven't you fixed that yet? Well, I'd like to rework it with a mechanism kind of like this, just so you know you can abduct stuff and hold it and then bring it back. But definitely a really cool block and a really cool feature. Although the tractor beam doesn't really push and pull very quickly, this whole mechanism here kind of reminded me of the gravity gun. I mean, you've got, you know, the ability to pick up and hold an object, bring the object towards you, and yeah, we can't launch the object off really quickly, like it kind of launches at this slow speed, but we can move the object away from us. So it's very much kind of like the gravity gun in Half-Life. And I thought, well, what can we do to launch an object? I mean, we obviously, we can pull it, we can push it, but even if we push it away, it's not really launching it. So I thought, well, what if we shot put it? We put a manipulator block, we'll put a thing down here, and we put a manipulator block on a rotating bearing piece so we can rotate it, you know, like this, and then we let go of it while it's rotating. Will it work? And so we've got a really simple assembly here. So we've got 2 turns on the manipulator. If we hit that 2 switch, 3 tilts it down and up just so we can lift that block off the ground, and 1 sort of rotates this in one direction. So we'll just we'll try and get it. There we go. Perfect. And there we go. We've got that. So you can see we can bring that up. Isn't it just amazing? And then we can, you know, spin it. And if we let go of the manipulator, you know, we can throw stuff, right? So I thought that, you know, pretty cool stuff. It doesn't matter, of course, the weight of the object. It's absolutely amazing what you can do. For example, here we've got the train engine from the Multiplayer Monday race, so we can just, you know, line that up, and I think we're good. We'll just turn that on. No, I missed. There we go. We've got it. And yeah, see, we got the train, Multiplayer Monday train, and you know, same thing. We can spin a train around. So again, lots of cool stuff you can do with this, and then we can just let go. Yeah, and just, you know, launch the train off to oblivion. So again, really, really cool stuff. Now, the other cool thing with this mod too is I'm pretty sure it has near infinite range, as long as like it's lined up dead straight. I'm not exactly sure about that one, but let's check it out here. All right, so I think if we aim, I think that's aimed right at the train. I'm not exactly sure. Oh yeah, totally is. So we can totally grab it. Okay, and then oh no, that's not the right. We need to reverse this bearing. Okay, hold on. So we've got it held there, and then perfect. We can lift it up into the... Oh, no, I dropped it. That was a mistake. Wrong button. Okay, 2. There, we got it again. Perfect. So you can see, just manipulate, and then, yeah, we'll just bring it over here. It's perfect. There's nothing wrong. This is amazing. You could totally mess with your friends. Like, just spawn this mod in, have it on a creation, and don't even tell them. And then, you know, when they're driving along, you just pick up their whole train. And just, you know, this is literally, you know, we're just going to leave that there for the rest of the episode. Because, I mean, like, it's not doing anything. You know, we can actually probably, let's just bring this up a little bit more. There we go. Perfect. Now it's just way above that tree. It's amazing. It's amazing what you could do with scripts. And it won't change the distance that the block is to the thing. So I don't think there is a range on it. I think as long as you're dead straight at the block, it'll work. And now we've got a gravity gun powered train. So of course I thought, well, we got to do something ridiculous with this. I mean, obviously we can spin creations. We could speed this up a little bit just to, yeah, just go a little bit faster. Can we go even faster? There, perfect. Look at that. That's great. That's amazing. Can we go? If we go too fast, it might. Oh no, it's still doing. Okay, how much faster can we go? Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, no, that's good. We're probably gonna crash the world here, guys. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, we've apparently the train it's trying to get, I think, to the position it's supposed to be at, but because this is spinning so fast, it ends up, you know, what happens at max speed? Yeah, it just gets really tight circles. Okay, so this is really the best speed there. And then, of course, if we let go of the 2, we're gonna hit the 2 button, and there goes the train. Right. So, of course, a lot of cool stuff you can do with this mod, with the manipulator block, and combining it with the tractor beam block, we can do a lot of different things. So I decided to, you know, combine those 2 things with another great mod, which is, of course, the Intelligentsia mod, and make a really fantastic gravity gun turret. So this is the gravity gun turret. Now, it doesn't really fling stuff as far as this one does after, you know, doing this. That's actually the first time I've tried picking up something at a distance. So, definitely gonna have to do a few changes to this turret eventually, but I will upload this one to the workshop. I think it's kind of funny, and it's a really simple defense turret. It's really good, defends itself against anything within that 50 block range, and we can just turn it on. You can see there, and use the Intelligentsia mod. Now, of course, it doesn't really do much when, you know, we're just a player, because, you know, the tractor beam and the manipulator block don't affect players, but they do affect vehicles. So we can take that turret, and, you know, if we try and approach it with our vehicle here, you can see it will. Oh, it got us there in its tractor beam. Right, and then it lifts us up, and then it spins us, and then it lets go of us, and kind of just, you know what, we hit a tree, it's fine, and then we'll come back in, go in for another attack here. We're gonna get past this turret. Oh, no, we were gonna, can you drop me down, please? No, it's gonna spin us. Okay, oh, caught us again. Okay, and thank you. I would realize now I'd like to actually put another tractor beam on it and make it so it extends it out further and then launches it, but really it's just a lot of fun. I mean, you could just kind of drive past it, and yeah, you literally, it's so difficult to make it past this thing. And there we go, and yeah. And so all it does really is it just uses a sensor, a tractor beam that attracts you towards it, and then a manipulator block, and basically it grabs you on the tractor beam using the Intelligentsia mod to track you. Once it's got you, it pulls you close. Once it actually grabs you close enough with the sensor, it lifts you up with the manipulator block, spins itself around, and then kind of lets go of you and tries to throw you as far as it can. And I mean, it doesn't really throw you that far. It probably should extend you out a little bit further, but really just a cool design. And of course, it does work with any size of vehicle. Even if we use this much larger car, we'll just go for a drive-by here, no problem. It, you know, it actually, ooh, we were faster than at that time. Interesting. Interesting. We actually managed to dodge the turret. Wasn't that exciting? Normally, it's pretty good at, oh, there, yeah, it caught us there. And then you can see, you know, it's just gonna grab us up here, and then it's gonna just throw us. And again, it doesn't really do a very crazy lob. It's not like, you know, throwing the train across the map from a really high-speed motor. See, we can speed up the motor speed for the spinning of the turret, but you'll notice, yeah, it kind of does that sometimes. For the most part, I think it's just a great little nuisance device. Definitely something that would be really, really fun to troll your friends with in multiplayer. You can just, you know, as they come in, they're just like, I don't know what this is. What is this? Why am I getting lifted up? Oh, yeah, you can see, yeah, it brings it too close, just like we saw with the train. It kind of just spins it really, really close to the center point. So let's maybe slow it down a little bit. Now, of course, it's sensing the ground, so we should really just weld this. You know what? Let's just weld this down. All right, perfect. We'll turn it back on. And we'll try this again. Should be good to go here. Let's just, let's drive past here. Yep, it's got me in its grasp. Let's see, higher speed. Oh god. See, it works okay with a big vehicle with that higher speed, and I think, I don't know why, maybe, but you'll see what happens. Let's spot in the small vehicle, see if it works. Maybe I just was screwing up with the settings. Oh, I love how it just grabs you though, and you're just like in this state of complete flux. Oh boy, and it's gonna, now we're just spinning on top of it, and it's just gonna keep grabbing us. That's not, oh yeah, this is kind of the other problem. If you're right above it, it just looks up and, you know, keeps spinning you on the spot. All right, so we're gonna try it again on the higher speed with the smaller car. Hopefully this works. I was having some issues with it just being completely unpredictable in testing, but I mean, maybe that's the point. Let's see. Oh, okay, so we got caught there. This car is sweet. You can do like, you know, front flips. Okay, it's got us in the grasp. Oh, you know what? I think we will leave it at the yeah, no, perfect. That's great. Definitely gonna leave it at the higher speed. I will, of course, upload this to the workshop. It does, of course, use Minis mod and the Intelligentsia mod. I think it's hilarious. I think it's honestly one of the greatest trolling devices in the world. I don't really know what you could possibly use this for in a practical sense, but again, combining those three blocks, the manipulator block, the tractor beam block, and the tractor beam block on the other setting, you know, the attract version and the repel version, definitely allows you to do some really cool stuff. And, you know, we can make really gravity gun-like devices. I mean, we don't have the ability to really, like, launch it yet, like, straight off in the direction you're aiming, but it's pretty close. I would love to see a script that can affect the player position, but I hear it's not actually possible to do that yet. So that would be the next big thing, obviously, to have something like this that, you know, could affect players and vehicles. Right now, it only affects vehicles, so you can't really do anything if you walk at it. The Intelligentsia mod, of course, will still sense you as a player, but you can't throw the person with the tractor beam. Are you even sensing me? Oh, yeah, okay. Just do some front flip, back flips there. Another back flip. Oh boy, oh god, oh boy. Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you. Let me know, of course, what you guys think of this build in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your guys' suggestions on how we could use these blocks a little bit differently. Obviously, the tractor block and the manipulator block's really, really cool. Definitely gonna have to check out that hoverblade block too and see what we can do with that. I mean, this is just great though. It would be so cool to do maybe, I don't know, like maybe a race or something with turrets. Because you can drive by the turrets if you're quick, but like if you're too slow, the turrets will catch you. So like maybe, I don't know, let's see what happens if I drive by this. Will it catch me? No, like see, I was pretty quick there. Able to make it by that one. What about if we do like a little bit wider of an angle? Is it still? Yeah, see, it still can't catch you if you go quick enough. So maybe some sort of turret race, you have like a max speed or something. I don't know, I'm not really sure, but I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments down below. And of course, check out this creation on the workshop if you do have Scrap Mechanic and you want to, you know, troll some of your friends in multiplayer. It's definitely a hilarious sort of thing. Of course, it does just go towards any player. It doesn't really distinguish itself. It's just the closest player. And, you know, really great just to toss creations all over the place. Lots of fun. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. And while you're at it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And we'll see y'all next time. Ow.